up, AK? How you doing?
Yo, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yes,
There's
sir.
time.
Sir. Anytime.
I want to introduce you to Hesh. She's going to be co-hosting the show with us today.
What's going on,
Okay,
AK? How you doing, bro?
What up, Hesh? I'm good, bro. I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Locked down, but shit is what it is.
I know. It is what it is. Thanks.
We want to quickly ask you if you're going to tune into the draft tomorrow. Obviously, Josh Giddey's getting drafted. Where do you think he's going to land?
For sure. For sure. Definitely. I mean, I see him as the best playmaker in the whole draft. So, and plus him being a 6'8" point guard. So, yeah.
Any place you think he'll land in particular?
Any place?
Yeah, like what team?
Nah, I don't know. I've seen debates. I saw debates on your page. I saw Golden State or Memphis. I actually don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. We'll start off with the Under-19 World Cup. Obviously, you just got out of quarantine, I think. It was your first time representing Australia. How did it feel?
It was dope, man. Putting on the green and gold, playing with all the dudes. It was just a dope experience altogether. We didn't finish off where we exactly wanted to finish off, but just playing against different countries, playing against the top country, USA, all that. It was just a dope experience, man.
For sure. I can imagine. Do you remember where you were when you got told? Because I know in the original list, the NBL guys weren't in it. So there was a second list that came out. So do you remember where you were when you got told and the reaction?
When I got invited to the camp or the actual team?
Actual team.
They told her I was at, what was I? I think it was after practice, actually, at the Hawks. Got out of practice and my phone, just blowing up Instagram, all this, Twitter, I was like, damn, saw it, made the team. It was just, I was happy as hell.
Sure. How was your overall experience playing over there? Obviously, like you said, not the ideal result, but the experience overall, how was the whole COVID thing? Give us a rundown.
It was cool. I feel like we didn't experience much because COVID. I couldn't see much of Latvia, Riga, but yeah, I mean, we couldn't really do much. It was just all COVID, so it's just practice, back to the hotel, games, back to the hotel. So it was all right, not the best.
That sucks.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, man, I thought you were one of the bright sparks, to be honest. Like you said, we've alluded to it. We didn't play too well. You guys didn't finish where you wanted to. But you went for 10-7, which is pretty solid, I think, from a performance like that. How do you rate your own performance, man? Were you disappointed, or do you think you could have done more?
I feel like I played good. I feel like I did what I had to do. I always feel like I could do more for the team. Rebound harder, block shots, just be more vocal. But I feel like overall I played good. I helped the team in games we had to win. So
yeah, it looked a little bit like that, man. It didn't look like you're not very high maintenance. You look that's a quiet 10-7. It didn't look like you were getting it off. You were efficient. You didn't have many touches, but you look at the stat sheet, you were always messing around. So I thought it was pretty impressive. Listen, man, something that I want to touch on. I've asked a couple of guys that have come on here, and I think it's a pretty important kind of deal. I spoke to Tamri about it. I think it's important for you guys to express these type of things, especially things that hit close to home and things that you guys experience with this type of stuff. But how did it feel with so many African and Indigenous players on the Australian team? Something that's never happened before.
Dope, man. I was happy as hell. Seeing 9 out of the 12 dudes being dark-skinned people, African, Black people. I was like, it's something that's never happened in Australia history. So I was proud that I was a part of the first team of it. It was dope, bro. It was dope.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Because I think that community has been slept on for a long time. I talk, I'm one of the old heads. I have a lot of friends in the African community that I've obviously hooped with when I was younger, and they never got any love, dude. So many guys I knew were busting up pros and just never got anywhere. But now it's cool to see you guys getting that love. I actually scrolled through something on Instagram just then. Me and Reese were talking about it. Matiang Moore?
Oh, yeah.
He just said this quote. I want to read something to you, bro. Tell me how this makes you feel, yeah?
Oh, okay.
He said, having all these young South Sudanese guys getting the opportunity to play in the NBL and overseas is a great achievement on their part. they're putting South Sudan on the map. It gives the young generation something to strive for instead of just hanging out on the street and doing the norm. You can actually work on something and become something. How does that make you feel?
It is, man. It makes me feel like I'm doing something for like the generation under me, you know, like being someone they could look up to, being like, oh, if he can do it, if they could all do it, why can't I? So makes me feel good that we're all like playing at the highest level we can, like being South Sudanese, like just like being just those dudes to look up to for like South Sudanese kids and like everyone else, really.
Oh.
So
We'll get into your early life in basketball. Were you born in Sydney?
yep, I'm born and raised in Sydney.
Born and raised in Sydney. How did you get
Sir.
into basketball?
It was my brothers really. They played. Crazy chances. A crazy story is I had the choice to play either soccer or basketball, and my older brothers played soccer for a couple years. They played for like 3, 4 years, and then they changed to basketball when they were like 12, like 13. But I started playing basketball like when I was 6, so that's been my first sport. Being playing it for the longest. So
Were you always elite, or were you always elite at basketball? When did you realize you could take this seriously?
I feel I feel like I always knew I was elite. I always knew I was skillful. I always knew I was more skillful than my brothers for sure. Because I feel like even though I'm tall, like ever since I was younger, I never saw that even though I'm tall, it doesn't mean I can't like handle the ball, kind of can't shoot, can't like do other things. So ever since I was younger, I always like to just do more than what I could do, and I feel like that has just grown with me as I go older.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I've just been skillful my whole life.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you quickly, could you have played under 20s nationals this year, or did you have some NBL restriction thing that made you couldn't play?
I could have played, but like I just joined the NBL and this and this. I was really just more focused on the NBL for me, really.
Sure. Right.
So,
That's cool. You mentioned just then, AK, that you had 2 older brothers, obviously both hooping at the college level. And Gojak just signed, didn't he?
yeah, he signed to a team in Czech Republic. Yep.
Yeah, so that's props to him. How did they influence you on the court and off the court when you were younger?
They were just the people I just look up to. Watching the games when I was younger, watching what they could do, just like growing up, just saying that I could do that too. If they can do it, I could do it too. And just them being my older bros, it's like hits home.
That's cool. Who's winning the ones though right now?
Me for sure.
Yeah. Like light work, easy?
Nah, no light work. To be honest, we haven't played like the last time we played ones. I was then young as hell. I was like 10, 11. They would just, block me in the backyard, all that. But now it's a different story.
They're not gonna like that answer.
Hey, you went to St. Dom's here, right?
Yeah, St. Dominguez, yes, sir.
Yeah. So growing up in that part of Sydney and out west and coming up through the high school system out there, who was like the most influential coach or mentor you had, apart from your family and your brothers? Is there another coach that you want to give a shout out to, someone that's helped you a lot?
From St. Dom's.
Or anywhere, man. It doesn't have to be St. Dom's.
I mean, my St. Dom's, I definitely give props to my St. Dom's teammates. Like they've been my teammates. They were my first ever rep teammates when I made my first ever rep team under 12s Penrith actually. So just growing up with them and then going to high school with them and everything, I just give props with them. We all worked on our game together. We all used to go to the stadium after school, like on Fridays, and just work out together, have Friday night club games. So props to them for sure.
One thing I wanted to ask you was, when I first heard of you, you were playing for Blair Academy, which is obviously a huge school in the US. For those who don't know, how did you get that scholarship to Blair Academy?
My older brother went to Blair, and then the Blair coach, Coach Batina, he saw me. He came out to Australia, came out to Melbourne, came out to the South Sudanese tournament back when they used to have those in Melbourne back in 2015. And he just saw me play. That's when he came to recruit my older bro. But he came me, so I was like 12. Like, told me that he would always just tell me back then that I'm coming to Blair and this and this and this. So it was really just through my older bro, and I just came next.
For sure. How was that experience with
At
Blair?
Blair,
Yeah.
it was dope. Just moving. This is my first time moving away from home. It was dope, man. I didn't like the cold though. That's the one thing that sucked. The snow.
What state was it in?
It was in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cold.
Jersey, but it was cool though. You know, I was there for 2 years. We won a state championship my first year.
Yeah.
Fell short my second year. It was dope, man. I played with ranked players, high 5 stars, 4 stars. Played AAU versus some of the best. Went to some of the most elite camps. So I was like really being through it all.
Do you know who the best player you versed is? Do you remember anyone in particular?
It maybe at the actually it was maybe my sophomore year. He's getting drafted tomorrow. James Booknight.
Oh, damn.
We played him. He went to McDuffie. Played him our sophomore year out there. Yeah. I think he gave us like 30 or so. Yeah,
Oh, that was good for that. I was how many points did he have?
Yeah, nah, he was a bucket.
Facts. Was there anyone on your team that had NBA hype around them?
My sophomore and junior year, we had 4-star Jabri Abdul Rahim.
Yeah.
We had him. And then we didn't really have hype like that. Yeah, we had him. He was probably the highest ranked player at Blair for like a long time.
For sure. So after Blair, you chose to come to Illawarra Hawks. You signed a multi-year deal. Is that right?
Yeah.
How did that process occur?
It was a long process, man. It was from like started 2020, like since like COVID hit in 2020, all the way till like until I signed like in like September or August-ish. So it's a long process, man. Speaking to so many people, speaking to my brothers, you know, getting like feedback, getting feedback from my brothers, coaches, my Blair teammates, just having what their opinion is a long process. And then finally they announced in October 2020.
Sure. I know one of the biggest questions in basketball right now is whether when you get to that level, whether you'd go college or pro. Obviously your brother went college route. Was there anything that made you pick the pro route, or what was the influential factor?
I saw the pro route as a more efficient way, you know. I feel like the development is better, the pro route. I feel like obviously you're getting paid as a pro, as a young pro, starting your pro career early. And then just, you know, being around pros on the team too, being around just older dudes, like professional coaches, you just learn how to be a pro, you know? So I feel like that was definitely the best decision for me.
For sure. Very good decision. Was there anything else on the table, or was Illawarra an obvious choice?
Illawarra was like a no-brainer choice. Obviously, because it's like an hour away from home, you know, pro team. Brian Goldring was first year coaching in, so it was a no-brainer. But that definitely wasn't the only. I had some overseas options and obviously college too.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. The pro game, you obviously just mentioned it. It's a little bit different and very different to high school, obviously. It's a complete jump. How was that transition for you? Like, do you remember that off season coming out of high school, knowing that you were going to sign with Illawarra, mentally, physically? What was the focal point of that off season preparing for that?
It was just, you know, I try to physically get stronger because I know like the pro game is different to like a high school game. Obviously, the physicality is different playing against old men, grown men. So I personally try to get stronger, you know, and then mentally just try to get that 1% better each day, you know. I'm not going to go there and obviously go there and like dominate and kill and all that. So I knew it was going to be like a battle every day. And so I took it like, I kind of took it personal, like practice, like especially practice. I used to like take practice at games because I didn't play. I was my first practice with the mindset just to like, you know, kill, prove myself, try to show my teammates, my coaches, show myself what I could do. So I took it personal, you know, and just try to just show what I could do.
How much better have you gotten guarding these guys at training? Guys like Sam Froling, AJ Ogilvy.
I feel like I've improved a lot. My first couple of practices, it was tough. They were like, they were like stronger than me, just being more physical than me, bumping me. But you learn over time, you know. So I feel like I've definitely improved. You know, I can block their shots now. You know, hit it off the backboard. So
Yeah,
it's like I've improved.
for sure. How did it feel your first pro game? Running out in front of the fans. How was that feeling? You remember it?
My first pro game. What team was it against? Do y'all remember? I
Could have been
remember.
preseason, even preseason. Just putting on the jersey and running out, being like, "Oh, damn, I'm a pro now."
Oh
Like, do
yeah.
you remember that feeling?
Um. Oh yeah. It was a preseason. It was a preseason game against Sydney Kings at the Snake Pit
Oh
at
yeah,
our
I
practice
remember.
facility. Yeah. And then I go sub into the game like pretty quick. I go sub into the game like the first like five, like it was the first quarter of the game. Gorgeous. I think I was the first sub on the bench to get in. I was like, oh damn, like came in
Here come my
and
minutes for the
then
season. That's what you
yeah,
think.
exactly. Came in and then uh I was just like, damn, like I'm like, you know, I'm sharing like the floor with like dudes like Bang Adele and like Justinian Jessup and like all these dudes. I'm like, damn, like this is crazy. And um I remember DDA came down the lane and like he threw me a oop, but like I didn't dunk it. I like caught it, landed, and went up. And like he told me, he's like, bro, that's a oop. Like you got to dunk that shit. I was like, damn. Like I don't know. It was just cool. It was just cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, you already touched on it, but how was the Hawks experience? Must have been cool for you, like you said, being around a lot of pros and
Mm-hmm.
that environment would have been really good for you. What was
Mm-hmm.
there if you had to narrow it down and pick one thing, takeaway, fact, important lesson that you learned after that rookie season? What would it be?
That you get 1% better each day, and it's the extra work that shows. You know, the after practice, before practice, getting shots up, on your off days, doing like getting that extra weight session in. Just you know, like it's the after practice sessions that like matter and that count up and that will show.
Yeah,
So I feel
no,
like
that's for that for
yeah.
sure. I think that's a common trend amongst
Mm-hmm.
rookies. Hey, like they figure out
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, and then you look up, you're around guys that are like 32, 33, 34 that have been doing it for 15
Mm-hmm.
years,
For
and they
15
probably
years and
tell you the same thing, for
exactly,
sure.
exactly, exactly.
Hey, listen, you mentioned Brian Gorgon, man. I
Mm-hmm.
read some things, and I remember when they signed you, he was big on this, and he mentioned it a few times through the season about how you're an NBA prospect and how he's going to help you with your development. How did it feel having someone like that of that pedigree, like GOAT coach type stuff, in your corner every day and working with him every day? What was that experience like?
It was dope, man. Gord is a great coach. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Um, you know, he personally taught me a lot on and off the court. You know, um, he worked me out multiple times. And it's just like you just learn things about him, even not playing, just like seeing how he coaches, seeing like just how passionate he is on the sideline, just just really you just see how much of like a GOAT coach he is.
So after this contract at Illawarra, is the NBA where you want to be at? And do you have a pathway in mind on how to get there?
Yeah, definitely after this NBL season, the NBA is the goal. Trying to put my name in the 2022 NBA draft. That's the goal.
That's for
For
sure.
sure. For sure.
Cool. Touching on that, where do you want to take your game as a player? Right now, the game's obviously focused around being multi-positional, multi-skilled, got to be versatile, got to be able to guard 1 through 5. Got to be able to shoot the tray, got to be able to put it on the floor for a couple of dribbles. What's the kind of area of your game that you're looking at thinking, all right, that's what I got to do to give myself the best chance?
Me, I feel like I want to become more of a confident shooter, like so I could space the floor, shoot threes, pick and pop. So I feel like get physically stronger, so I can keep competing on the boards, O boards, D boards, and then just be like more vocal, be like just be like that vocal dude on the court that, you know, just calling screens and this and like huddling my team and talking, you know, just be that person on the court.
For sure. What position? Just sorry, Reese. What position you prefer to play? Because I was unsure when I kind of seen some footage and I saw some things. I thought maybe you could slide to the 3. You think you could play out on the wing, or you prefer to play like a stretch 4 spot?
Like, personally, I like to play like the stretch 4 spot. You know, like set screens, pull up, roll, and then every once in a while catching high post face up. I feel like I can take it off the bounce sometimes on the perimeter too. So I feel like stretch 4 definitely.
For sure. I got a little bit of stick. I don't know if you watched the episode where we were naming our EMU starting 5. I slid you all the way to, I saw that, yeah. I was naming our like lengthy squad, and I slid you all the way to the 2, and Hesh said the 2.
Right.
And I was like,
that's a stretch, but maybe
the 2. I mean, damn. If you play me at the 2, shit, I'll do what I have to do. Do what I have to do.
If we zoom forward 20 years and looking back on your career when it's all said and done, what do you want people to say about Akoldah Gak and when his name gets brought up?
He's a hardworking kid, you know, did everything he had to do for his team. He was always smiling, always laughing, just a goofy dude, but mostly just like a hardworking person, dedicated, and just a hardworking dude, really.
That's a good answer. Well said. Okay, now we'll get into our 10 quick questions. I don't know if you've seen me do these every week.
Okay.
Yeah, you answer these at your own pace. The first question is, this is a weird one, but we'll kick it off. What is something you appreciate? Could be anything.
My family. For sure. For sure.
All right. Who's someone that you model your game around?
Just one?
Yeah, just one person.
You can name a couple.
No, actually, yeah, you know what? Name a few. Yeah, your influences.
Name a few? Okay. My favorite player is KD. Everyone knows my favorite player is KD. That's the best scorer in the league. I don't care what nobody says. But KD, you know, like Anthony Davis, dudes who can like stretch the floor, big dudes. And I like Joel and Embiid too. You know, I like he's a post-up, face-up game, you know. So definitely them 3.
I like AD. That's a good comparison, actually. I think you remind me of AD. Even your stroke reminds me of AD. High release, like, you know.
For sure.
Least favorite state to travel throughout the NBL season?
Adelaide, for sure.
Damn.
Is there a reason? Be saying this.
Adelaide.
Is there a reason you said that?
Adelaide is boring, bro. This is just and the last time we went to Adelaide, we stayed at like a hotel that's right next to the airport. It's like walking distance from the airport. So like we didn't even get to see anything. So
fair enough.
After that, I was like, definitely not coming back.
Yeah. All right. Funniest teammate you've ever had across any teams?
Definitely my past teammate, Justin Simon from the Hawks.
Damn.
For sure. That's the most goofiest dude, making jokes off the court all day.
Favorite basketball shoe?
PGs.
Any number?
PG 2.5s to be exact. I just ordered a pair. Actually. PG 2.5s. And I like the ones too. PG ones.
I like the ones as well.
Nice. All right. I think I know who you're gonna say, but who's the best player in the NBA right now?
Kevin Durant. I like okay. Kevin Durant is the best player
right now.
Now? Yeah. The GOAT is LeBron James for sure. Yeah. I give it to LeBron.
Favorite meal? What's your go-to meal?
Favorite meal. I like pasta, you know, any type of pasta really. But if we're talking about junk food, then KFC. I'm a KFC dude for sure. all day.
Nice. All right. How do you rate your skills at 2K?
Oh, best 2K player.
Oh,
Play me. Play me right now. I'm confident as hell. The best 2K
Leave the
player
ad. Leave the
ever.
ad for the people to add
Black
you, bro.
Mamba 2759. Add me right now. I'm the best 2K player that's ever been on this channel.
Were you
Best
guys,
2K
were you guys
player.
playing through quarantine? Because every time I spoke to Buwali, he was always on his PlayStation, man. Were you playing through quarantine?
Yeah. I play Wally, but Wally has 2K20. And like I don't even play 2K20 anymore. So 2K21. Play me on that.
facts.
Okay.
He's dropped his PSN. Anyone can go challenge him. Favorite teammate on the Hawks? I'm pretty sure you can answer that. I think you answered it before.
Yeah, I'll say Justin Simon. Yeah, he's just a cool, funny dude off the court. Just big bro right there.
For sure.
Nice. All right. Last one. This is a pretty common question we ask. LeBron or MJ, and why?
I think you said LeBron.
LeBron.
But give us an explanation.
LeBron. I feel like LeBron has just been doing amazing things like since he's entered the NBA. Like he's just consistency is crazy. He's been doing this for 18 years now, and like he's still dominating. So definitely has to be LeBron.
For sure. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thank you so much, AK, for joining us. We
Too easy.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Big game, bro. Keep it up. And
Yes, sir.
play
Thank
NBL next year.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Thank you
We'll
for
catch
having me.
No worries, bro. Thank you guys for joining us again. We enjoyed that one with AK. Let us know who we should have on next, and I will drop some questions for the next weekly drop. We appreciate you guys with all the support. We'll catch you next week.